Many can tell you where they were September 10, 2024, the night of the debate. It was the first public confrontation between Kamala Harris and President-elect Donald Trump. Many topics were covered that night, ranging from immigration to the economy to the environment and to abortion. Along with the broad spectrum of topics covered that night, President-elect Trump also told many lies.
Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison. In Springfield, they're eating the dogs. The baby will be born, and we will decide what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby.
I'd like to focus on that last statement in particular. But first, we must take a look into the history of abortion rights in America.
Good evening. In a landmark ruling, the Supreme Court today legalized abortions.
In 1973, a woman who went under the fake name of Jane Roe sued Henry Wade, the district attorney of Dallas County, for criminalizing abortion. Wade's counsel argued that since abortion was not mentioned in the Constitution, it was a matter to be left up to the states. Roe's team took the stance that the Due Process Clause in the 14th Amendment, which protects the right to privacy, extends to a woman's right to choose. This case stood as precedent for nearly 50 years.
Thank you for joining us on this Friday night on a day that changed America. We're outside the Supreme Court after the landmark decision that overturned Roe v. Wade and ended a woman's constitutional right to an abortion.
In June 2022, the Supreme Court, packed with Republican-nominated justices, deemed that Roe v. Wade was wrongfully decided and overturned it in other cases that relied on its precedents. Since then, states have had a free-for-all in deciding how to handle the issue. 13 states have completely banned abortion procedures, and 7 more have severely restricted abortion access. These severe restrictions include a 24-hour or longer waiting period between receiving mandated counseling and a procedure, notifying the parents of minors seeking the procedure, and as little as a 6-week ban, meaning the woman cannot receive an abortion 6 weeks after conception. Furthermore, if a doctor performs an abortion on a woman in a case that is deemed illegal by the state, they are at risk of fines up to $10,000 and a prison sentence of up to 10 years. When Donald Trump announced to 67 million Americans that abortions are occurring in the 9th month and that doctors are executing babies after they are born, he did nothing but lie. The claim originates from a comment made by former Virginia Governor Ralph Northam on a proposed bill designed to improve the accessibility of 2nd and 3rd trimester abortions, given the life or health of the mother or fetus would be severely impacted.
So in this particular example, if a mother is in labor, I can tell you exactly what would happen. The infant would be delivered. The infant would be kept comfortable. The infant would be resuscitated if that's what the mother and the family desired. And then a discussion would ensue between the physicians and the mother.
Northam's office later clarified that no actions deemed legal by the bill would lead to the death of an already living baby, nor a viable fetus that did not endanger the life or long-term health of the mother. Yet this is not the message that Republicans around the nation echoed, nor is it the one that President-elect Donald Trump spewed to 67 million voters. Trump isn't the only one lying to the American people, however. According to recent studies done since Dobbs v. Jackson, Google search results found that of 70 Google Maps search results, 26 led to the location of fake abortion clinics run by organizations that oppose abortion. Similarly, according to the National Institute of Health, misinformation also abounds about abortion causing fetal pain, infertility, death, life-threatening complications, and mental illness. Or that abortion is never used to save a pregnant person's life, that abortions can be reversed, that infants are born during abortions, and that abortion is promoted for human sacrifice, eugenics, or to further a scientific agenda. This is Amber Nicole Thurman and her 6-year-old son. Thurman was a nursing student living in Atlanta and was described as a vibrant, healthy 28-year-old. In August of 2022, after not being able to make her abortion appointment in North Carolina due to traffic, where the procedure was legal, Thurman had to take abortion pills to terminate an unexpected pregnancy. A few weeks later, she began throwing up blood and was rushed to Piedmont Henry Hospital outside of Atlanta. During Thurman's stay, she was diagnosed with sepsis. According to ProPublica, the standard treatment for sepsis is to start antibiotics and immediately seek and remove the source of the infection. For a septic abortion, that would include removing any remaining tissue from the uterus. That next day, at 7:14 a.m., doctors discussed the possibility of performing a D&C, yet they remained stagnant until 2 p.m. And by that point, Thurman's organs were failing, and during her surgery, her heart stopped. Thurman's death could have been prevented if it wasn't for laws that criminalize doctors from performing these life-saving procedures. Instead, there is a 6-year-old child without a mother because of misinformed politicians not heeding the advice of medical professionals. And we see this trend continue, as President-elect Trump just recently appointed Robert F. Kennedy, a conspiracy theorist with no medical background, to lead the nation's health and human services. No child should lose a parent, because our nation cannot guarantee the health care required to save a life. It is shameful that this is a reality in America, and we cannot pride ourselves on being the land of the free when we allow politicians to lie to us. It is more important than ever that as the American people, we seek to inform ourselves on the absolute truth, that we never read a headline and fill in the blanks, and that we question politicians on every statement they make. It is our civic duty to do so, and we owe it not just to ourselves, but to our fellow Americans, and to our nation as a whole, so that we can, once again, pride ourselves on being a beacon of democracy within the free world.